Hi everyone! Welcome to week 6 of Little Mavs, friends.
This week, we're going to be learning all about different kinds of sports. Carissa, how many sports can you name?
Well, there's baseball, basketball, volleyball, football, golf, swimming, tennis, and so many more.
Wow, you named a lot of sports. Let's see how many sports we can get through this week. But before we start our fun activities, we need to learn our new American Sign Language word of the day.
Let's go! This week, we are going to do something a little bit different. Instead of learning a brand new word in American Sign Language, we are going to teach you how to show off your Little Mavs pride by Mavving up with us.
Mavving up is what we do to show our pride here at UTA, especially at sporting events. Here's how to do it. To mav up, we're going to start by raising our hands, our palms facing out. Now, we are going to take our index finger, our middle finger, and our ring finger, and we're going to clasp our other hand around it and pull down. This should leave you with only having your thumb and your pinky up. Let's try one more time. Ready? Hand up. With your other hand, you're going to cover your middle 3 fingers and pull down. Now, if you're able to, try letting go and seeing if your fingers stay down. Great job! Now you're mavving up.
Now, we're going to put a little twist on our own Mav sign to make our very own word for Little Mavs in sign language.
Okay, to do this, we're going to do exactly what we just did. So hand up. Cover your middle 3 fingers with your other hand, pull down. Now take your hand away, turn it to the side, and then we're going to make it gallop like a horse.
Now we can show our Little Mavs pride wherever we go.
Great job, Little Mavs! Before athletes play a game, they always must start by warming up.
We are going to do just that and warm up today by acting out all of our favorite sports in a classic game of Follow Our Leader.
Here's how it works. Katya, Hannah, and I are going to act something out and you follow along at home. Are you ready? For our first movement, we're going to dribble like a basketball player. Are you ready? Let's go! Good job, Little Mavs. For our next one, we're going to jump like ballerinas, just like this. Let's start. Awesome job. Now, we're going to run in place just like a track star. Get ready. Let's go. Awesome job! For our next one, we're going to pitch like a softball player, just like this. Are you ready to try? Let's go. Next, we're going to bounce the soccer balls on our knees just like a soccer player. Are you ready? Let's do it. Terrific job, Little Mavs. Next, we're going to balance like a ballerina. For this, we're going to put our hands on our hips and we're going to go on our tiptoes and we're going to hold it for 5 seconds. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come down. Now we're going to do it again, but this time we're going to have our arms out in front of us. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. Our next one, we are going to swim like a swimmer. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. For this next one, we're going to swing like a golfer. Turn to your side, grab your club, and we're going to pull back and swing. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great job. Okay, Little Mavs, for our last movement, we're gonna dance like a dancer. We're gonna do our favorite dance moves, and you show us yours. Are you ready? Let's go. Phew, that was a lot of sports we just covered. Can you show me your favorite sport to act out at home, Little Mavs? That looked awesome. Now that we're all warmed up, we're gonna continue on with our sport-themed activities and move into rhythmic ribbons. See you there.
Hey Little Mavs, in this activity, we get to show off our dance moves. I love dancing. Do you have a favorite dance move? I love that dance move. My favorite dance move is the disco. But before we get started, we're gonna make a fun ribbon stick to dance along with. For this activity, you will need a ribbon, some tape, and something that looks like a straw. Let's get started. To make our ribbon wand, we are going to take one end of the ribbon and place our straw on top like this. To secure it, we're gonna roll it one time. Your straw and ribbon should look like this. Now, we're gonna rip off 2 pieces of tape and tape up the top end of the ribbon to the stick and the bottom end of the ribbon to the stick. Your ribbon should look like this. If you need extra time to finish taping your ribbon to the stick, please pause the video now. All right, everyone, it's time to dance. Make sure you have your ribbon in your hand and plenty of room around you. Before we get started, let's warm up our bodies. Let's wave our ribbon in big circles. Good job. Now we're gonna wave it back and forth. Make sure you have plenty of room. Now we're gonna do a twirl with our ribbon. And now we're gonna wave it up and down. Woo, that one's fun. I feel warmed up and ready to start. Let's begin with some jumps and waving our ribbon around at the same time. Ready? Now we're gonna focus on moving our ribbon in big circles and little circles. Follow along, Little Mavs. Great job. Now we're gonna spin in a circle with our ribbon flowing behind us. Ready? Let's begin. Great job. Next, we're gonna wave our arms side to side. And for a little challenge, we're gonna add in a hop. For our next move, we're gonna skip with the ribbon. For a challenge, we're gonna be switching hands and skipping in a circle. Let's get started. You guys are such good dancers. For this one, I want to see your favorite moves. Let's do freestyle. And finally, we're gonna end with some big ribbon twirls. Great job, Little Mavs. Give yourselves a round of applause. I loved getting to dance with you.
Great job with those rhythmic ribbons, Little Mavs. I hope you are all dancing at home.
Now we are going to move on to playing a sport of the mind with our next activity.
Hey, Little Mavs. For our next activity, we're gonna exercise our mind with some sports tracing. Let's get started. For this activity, you will need the PDFs sent to you in the email and a marker. Parents, have your kids choose the PDF that best suits their difficulty level. They do not need to do all of them. However, we will go through all, but they only need to watch the ones they choose to do. All right, Little Mavs, let's get started. We are going to start with PDF number 1. To start, we can tell that there's numbers around the picture. We're gonna look for the number 1. Can you find the number 1? That's right, it's right here. To do this activity, we're gonna start by connecting the 1 to the 2. And now we're just going to count up together. The 2 then connects to the 3. And now it's time to trace the outside of this picture. 3 to the 4. There's the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can you find the 10? That's right. It's straight down from the 9. There's a lot of numbers right here. Do you see the 11? Look, the 11's down here. Let's continue this straight line down to the 11. Here's the 12. We're going to continue that straight line. After 12 comes 13. Now we're going to continue and connect it to the 14. Do you see the 15? That's right, it's straight up from the 14. Go ahead and connect those dots. We're gonna go up to 16, to 17, then to 18, and 19. What comes after 19? That's right, it's 20, right here. And then we connect to 21. We're almost finished. can you spy the 22? That's right, it's right here in the middle. To make our last mark, we're going to connect the 21 to the 22. Great job, Little Mavs. We just made a basketball. If you would like, you can color it in. Now it's time to trace for PDF number 2. Let's start at the 1. Can you find it? That's right, it's right here. We're gonna go from 1 to 5 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you should be right here at the 5. Let's go down to 6, over to 7, down to 8, 9, 10. If you need extra time to catch up to spot 10, do that now. All right, together we're gonna go from 10 to 15, but as you can see, the numbers get a little jumbled, so hold your pen or pencil steady. 11, 12, over to 13, up to 14, and to 15. Do you guys know what comes after 15? That's right, it's 16, right here. Let's go down to 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now, spot 21 and 22 are a little hard to see, but let's do them together. 21, 22, up to 23, 24, 25. Can you tell what our picture is gonna be? Let's keep going to find out. We're gonna go from 25 to 30. If you need extra time to catch up to spot 30, do so now. All right, let's finish the picture together. 31, 32, 33, over to 34, 35, 36, almost done. 37, 38, last point, 39. Great job, everyone. We just traced a soccer player. Feel free to color in your picture if you'd like. This is PDF number 3. Let's find the 1 and let's trace the first 5 points together. Can you trace the next 5? That's right. We go all the way down to number 10. Don't forget number 9. Let's go up to 15 together. As you can see, we're gonna cross over and then come down. Let's do that together. For reference, you should be at spot number 20. Together, let's go from spot 20 to spot 30. Great job. I'll give you a few seconds to catch up to spot number 30. For the next 10 points, we'll be going around. Make sure you're holding your pen or pencil steady. After going around, you should be at spot number 41. Can you guys tell what the picture is? Let's keep going to find out. We're almost done, Little Mavs. We're going to connect points 51 through 57. Does your picture look like mine? 2 bowling pins and a bowling ball. You can color it in if you would like. Great job! This is PDF number 4. Let's start together at number 1. This one can get a little tricky, so make sure you take it slow and you make your lines as straight as can be. Together, we just went from 1 to 6. We're going to go out to the right to keep following the number order. Make sure you're focusing on those straight lines. Let's connect 11 all the way down to 12. The numbers get a little closer right here, so make sure you're following the order. $18 over to $19. Are you guys here at spot number 20? If not, take this time to catch up to spot 20. Together, let's go from spot 20 to up here to spot 30. Can you guys tell what our picture is going to be yet? Let's go from 30 to 40 together. Make sure you're focusing on keeping those straight lines. Now we're going to go from spot 40 to spot 50. Up to 47. 49, 50. Great job. The next points are within this circle. Let's go from 50 to 51, up to 52, and over to 53. Can you finish the rest of this circle? Great job. Let's move from spot 56 to 57, to 58, down to 59, and over to 60. We're almost finished, Little Mavs. 2 more points. 61 and 62. Look at all that sports equipment. This is really making me want to play a game of football. Again, you can color this in if you would like. This is PDF number 5. Our starting point is number 1. Can you find it? That's right. It's right here. I want you to connect the first 10 points. Make sure you're focusing on those straight lines. For the next 10, we're going to go around. So make sure you're following the number order. Are you at spot number 20? If not, take this time to catch up to spot 20. Together, let's go all the way from spot 20 to spot 30. That part was a little tricky. If you messed up, no worries. Just meet me here at spot 30. For this next part, I'm going to give you guys a challenge. We're going to go from spot 30 to spot 50. If you need reference, you're more than welcome to follow along with me. Almost there. 50. Good job. We just made the leg of this athlete. Can you guys tell what the rest of the picture is going to be? Let's keep going from spot 50 to spot 60. And 60. I think I can kind of see the picture. Can you see it? As you can tell, these next couple points are really jumbled, so make sure you're going in order and your line is straight and consistent. Can you meet me here at spot 70? Let's keep going to spot 80. Wow, we just made a little boy's head, nose, mouth, and chin. Great job, everyone. Together, let's go from spot 80 to spot 90. Again, the numbers get jumbled, so really focus on those straight lines. Up to 89 and 90. If you need extra time, go ahead and take it and meet me here at spot 90. For these next 10 points, we're gonna reach 100. Wow, Little Mavs, that is a lot of tracing. We're not done yet. We still have about 15 more points. Together, let's go to 100, or from 100 to 101. 102, 103, 104, 105. Little Mavs, we have 10 points left. You can finish it on your own or follow along with me. Great job, Little Mavs. We just made a little boy playing basketball. Once again, you can color it in if you would like. We colored all of our tracings. If you colored yours, we would love to see them. Feel free to email them to us.
Great job connecting those dots, Little Mavs.
I hope your muscles are ready to go for this next activity because we will be playing the classic game, Keeping Up the Balloon.
I'm so tired from doing all those activities, but I'm so excited to do more.
Really? That's great because I have a fun activity where we can use balloons today.
Balloons? I love balloons. Can you tell me more?
So first what you want to do is to choose a balloon of your favorite color and have your parent blow it up and tie it for you. So look like this. Meet me back here whenever you're done.
Since our skills are a little bit rusty right now, we're gonna do a little warm up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna toss our balloons like volleyballs, like this. And you're gonna wanna count off till 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, Little Mavs, let's switch it up a little bit and let's try hitting it with one hand. You're gonna switch sides, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how many you can do.
are doing great, Little Mavs. If you want a challenge, put your arm behind your back and we'll do one hand. Ready? Let's go. Awesome job, Little Mavs.
You guys are making it look so easy. Now let's try a little challenge. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna bounce off the balloon off of your head, like this. Just like that, Little Mavs.
Good
job, Little Mavs.
Wow, Little Mavs, we had so much fun with our balloons today. I know y'all are pros at this by now.
Let's see what other awesome activities Ailey and Carissa have planned for us.
See you next time.
Bye, Little Mavs.
Great job keeping those balloons up off the floor, Little Mavs. How many times did you bounce your balloon up? Wow, that's great.
You all look just like real athletes out there. I hope you're ready for your biggest challenge yet, because Eileen and I are going to be constructing obstacle courses with you for this next activity. Let's go.
We've spent a lot of time in Little Mavs learning big movements and exercises. Now it's time to put those skills to the test with this homemade obstacle course.
The biggest part of this activity is actually making our obstacle courses. Here's how we're going to do it. Eileen and I are going to set up 4 stations with different objects to be our obstacles. We'll show you how to set up similar stations at home with whatever you have around the house.
You'll notice that we can only fit one station on camera at a time, but you should put all of your stations in a line so that way you're able to do them with us at home.
After each obstacle, we will have a different movement to do all together to get us to our next one. Let's start out with Station 1.
Station 1 will be doing lunges on a chair. Let's go set up our chair so that way we're ready to go. You could also use a stool or an exercise ball at home if you have one. Here's how it will look like. To start, you're going to take one leg, pick it up, and put it on the chair. You should now only be standing on one leg. Next, we're going to bend down into a deep lunge and then come back up, balancing only on our one leg on the ground. We will do this 3 times and then switch and do the same with the other leg. And then we'll skip along to Station 2.
Our second obstacle is going to be huge. No, literally. For this one, you are going to need a box, a large pillow, or anything else that you can safely jump over. We are going to hurdle this obstacle together and then walk heel to toe to our next obstacle.
For Station 3, we will need to get low to the ground and army crawl under a stool, chair, table, or bench. Let's go set it up. Now, we're gonna bunny hop to Station 4.
Finally, for our very last station, we are going to need to practice some of our sporty skills and throw a ball, a crumpled up piece of paper, or anything else that you can find into a bucket successfully 3 times before racing off to the finish line as fast as we can.
Okay, Little Mavs. Now we have our obstacle course all set up. Do you hear that?
It sounds like it's time to get to the starting line. We'll see you there. All right, Little Mavs, it's time to begin. On your mark, get set, go. Run up to your first station. That should be your chair. And let's do 3 lunges on each side. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now quickly switch legs. 1, 2, 3. Now it's time to skip to our next obstacle. Skip right up to your big hurdle and jump over it. Now let's walk heel to toe, all the way to obstacle 3. Heel toe, right on up to your chair, your bench, your table, or whatever you're gonna crawl under. Get down low to the ground and army crawl right on under. Now let's bunny hop to our last station. Let's bunny hop right up to our very last obstacle. Let's take 5 steps back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and try and toss it in 3 times successfully. If you miss, run and go get it. Once you've made it 3 times, it's time to race to the finish line. Go, 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 Little Mavs. Great job, Eileen.
Thank you. You too, Carissa.
Thanks. That obstacle course wasn't easy, but it sure was fun. Great job, Little Mavs. I hope you were able to get creative and up and moving around for that activity. There's nothing wrong with some friendly competition.
For our very last activity before cool down, we're going to go visit Sonia and Promise and make our very own gold medals. You sure deserve them after that obstacle course. Don't you think, Carissa?
I sure do. Let's go.
Hey Little Mavs, great job doing all of our sports-themed activities so far. After doing all those activities, I think you all deserve a gold medal, like this one. Let's make one together in this activity. The materials you will need for this activity will be ribbon, construction paper, scissors, and markers. Alright Little Mavs, let's start by practicing drawing a circle. Grab your marker, open it up, take your marker and put the tip of the marker on the paper and start drawing your circle. Like this. Alright, now let's start by drawing the circle that we will be using for our medal. Again, grab your marker, place it on your paper, and draw a circle. Like that. Alright Little Mavs, once you have your circle drawn, take your scissors and we're going to begin cutting. But before we begin cutting, let's practice how to use scissors. You want to take your scissors, put one of your thumb through the holes and your other fingers through the holes, like this. Now, you want to pull your fingers away like this and close them in. Let's do that again. Out and in. Great job, Little Mavs. Now, grab your construction paper and begin cutting out your circle. Remember, out and in. You can use your other hand to move the paper around as you cut your circle. Make sure to have a parent by. And there you have it.
For this part of the activity, you are going to make sure you have a parent or guardian with you because you're going to be taking your pencil and punching a hole through your circle. So let's grab our pencil in our hand and take our circle. Now you want to make sure that you have pressure with your hand that does not have the pencil. And you're going to take your pencil and you're just going to punch it through the hole like that. And now we have our hole. Before we attach our string, take your markers and let's decorate our medal. How are you going to decorate your medal, Sonia? I'm going to write my name. Go ahead and pause the video now to decorate your medal. Once you have your medal decorated, grab your string or ribbon and move it through the hole. Now my ribbon is a little thick, so I'm gonna fold it in half and scrunch it up so it can fit into the hole. And then take the ribbon and put it into the hole like this. And there we go. Great job, Little Mavs. All right, Little Mavs, let's take our ribbon and tie it around our neck like I have mine.
Make sure to have a parent or guardian next to you. Promise, would you help me tie on my medal?
Sure.
Wow, I got my medal on. We all look like our Olympians with our medals.
Little Mavs, I hope you have fun decorating your medals. Make sure to send us a photo of your medals. Now let's head down to our cool down with Carissa. Bye.
Hi there, Little Mavs. Great job doing all of your sporty activities this week. Just like real athletes, we spent today running around and doing exercises. And it's super important that after you exercise, you cool down all of your muscles with a nice deep stretch. So let's start off yoga today with a full body stretch. Let's start with our arms. Let's take your right arm and cross it across your chest. Put your other arm on top of it to pull it back, and let's get a nice big stretch for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Great job. Let's do the other arm. Cross it over your chest and bring your other arm in front of it and pull back until you feel the stretch, but you shouldn't feel any pain. All right, so let's hold it for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. You can release. Let's do a few neck stretches before we keep stretching out our arms. Let's start by taking your hand and gently pulling your head down towards your shoulder. When you move your head this way, make sure that your shoulder doesn't shrug up with it. Try and keep your neck nice and long this way for that deep stretch. Let's try it together and hold it for 5 seconds. Ready? Pull. Make sure your shoulder is relaxed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Let's do the exact same thing the other direction. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Go ahead and do a nice neck circle. Shrug your shoulders, get rid of all of that tension from all the exercise. Maybe roll your head forward. All right, now that we have our neck all stretched out, let's do a few more arm stretches. This time we're gonna take our arm up above us, just like crescent moon from a few weeks ago. Let's try that and stretch all the way this way. You should feel this stretch all the way up your side. Ready? And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. All right, Little Mavs, same thing the other way. Let's go. Ready? Stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Awesome job. Let's do 2 big arm circles. 1 and 2, and 2 more. 1 and 2, and let's do 4 backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome job. I feel like my arms are all stretched out. Now let's move on to our legs. Let's start with our legs out in front of us, just like this. And we're gonna reach for our toes and give our hamstrings a nice stretch. Ready? Reach for your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Great job, Little Mavs. Now we're gonna do something a little different. Take your leg in, just like this, kind of like pretzel from last week. And let's reach for our toes with just one hand. Ready, reach. And we're gonna hold with one hand for 10 seconds. Ready, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Let's do the same thing on the other leg, Little Mavs. Ready? Tuck this leg right up close to your thigh and reach out. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see. Ready? Let's hold it for 10 seconds. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Awesome job, Little Mavs. Now we're gonna move on to some sports-themed poses. Our first one we're gonna do while we're sitting on the ground. So let's begin. For this pose, we are going to squat down just like a baseball catcher would. Baseball catchers hold up their glove and they catch the balls that were pitched by the pitcher. To do that, you have to be pretty close to the ground. So what I'm gonna have you do is pick your feet up and squat like a frog. Now we're gonna take our hands and put them right here so we can catch the ball. Ready? And then you can bounce up and down, you can sway. Let's hold this for 5 seconds together. Ready? Put your hands together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Great job, Little Mavs. You look just like some baseball catchers out there. For our last two poses, we're gonna need to stand up together. So everybody stand up with me, let's go. All right, Little Mavs, now that we're all standing up together, let's move into our last two poses. The very first one, we are going to act like soccer goalies. Goalies are super important on the soccer team because they keep the soccer balls from going into the net so the other team can't score. If you've ever watched soccer, you know that soccer goalies will dive for the ball all over the goal just so that the ball can't get past them. We are going to do just that. We are going to take our hands and pretend like there's a ball coming from way over there. And we're gonna bend over to stop it from coming. Let's bend over this way for 5 seconds together. Ready? Put your hands together, raise them up, and bend towards that soccer ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come back. And now there's a ball coming from that way, so we have to bend. Ready? Hands together, put them up, and bend this way for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job defending your goal, Little Mavs. Let's do our last pose together. For our last pose, we are going to balance just like a gymnast would. To do that, we're gonna start the same way that we did for the soccer goalie. Put our hands together and above our head. But this time, we're not gonna keep both of our feet on the ground. We're gonna take one foot and slide it up to the other thigh and try to balance with your hands above your head. So let's try it all together. Hands together, push them up, and then take your leg and put it on your other thigh. Let's balance like a gymnast for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. This is a tricky one, Little Mavs. Let's see if you can do it on your other foot. Hands together, push them up. Now take the other leg and raise it up and against the thigh. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Awesome job, Little Mavs. Phew, those were some tough poses today. I am so proud of you for getting through all of those activities and all of that yoga. Awesome job. Now let's go check out with me and Eileen. Great job with yoga, Little Mavs. You're getting better every week.
This brings us to the end of our 6th week in Little Mavs. Give yourselves a round of applause. Woo! Make sure you wear your homemade Little Mavs gold medal with pride. You earned it.
This week's activities were all about playing sports and games. Next week, we are going to be getting down to business with our dream job themed activities. That brings me to our question of the week. Hey Eileen, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be the first female president of the United States. What about you, Carissa?
Wow, that's really cool. I want to be a doctor when I grow up. What about you, Little Mavs? What do you want to be when you grow up? Wow, that's really cool.
Next week, we're going to be doing activities that are all about getting to work. Until then, have a great week, friends.
Bye, Little Mavs.